Hello and welcome to the show. For today's Forza Motorsport races, we were using a section of B-Class cars. There were a couple of rules, though, for them. They couldn't run race tyres. They were also not allowed to use any sort of conversions or swaps. So no engine swaps, no driveline swaps, no wide body kits, anything like that. Aspiration, you couldn't add a turbo. If you had a turbo, you could run it, but you couldn't add one to it. So we were running the cars sort of purist, if you would like. The theory being, would make some interesting builds. I settled for running a Mazda RX-7. Some rotary goodness and some big rear tyres. Well, that is a nice spot on the grid. That is what I like to see. I don't like to see myself surrounded by NSXs, not gonna lie. We have a lovely spot on the grid for this first race. The NSX behind got a terrible launch off of the line there. Yeah, we're at Brands Hatch. That was almost into the gravel for us. Can I make a move? Stick at turn 2. Oh, we got hooked. I didn't realise we were hooked on the back of Gliska's car on that one. I thought it was clear, but once it got stuck there, car did not want to. Well, we had a lovely start, and then it's gone catastrophically wrong. The sticky glue on the splitters got caught together there. That was silly. That was very silly. I spy more NSXs up ahead. Now, my RX-7 is all about the handling, and that's okay. That's fair enough. God, they're going to go 3 wide down the back stretch. That is scary. Yeah, my RX-7 is all about the handling. I trialled a couple of more power cars for this, and they were alright, but this was just so much faster over the course of a lap that I have opted to run the Mazda, and I haven't driven a rotary for a while in this game, not since the RX-8 I had a while ago. That was quite strong. Figured that this one here would do the job as well. So yeah, there's a Sierra having a moment in the background. Brands Hatch, I mean, it's a good circuit, great track to have back in Forza again. Always a challenging circuit is Brands. We have got, I don't know what's leading the way up the front. I think a Mustang, possibly, up there for the moment. Don't make a mess at turn 1. It's very easy to. Me and Gliska were playing it very dangerously. I used basically all of the circuit there. There was nothing else. There was nothing else to be extracted from the car at that particular juncture. This is now just a big gaggle of cars at this group. Ewan with an Amira. Now, the Amira starts at the very top of B-Class, so you do not get much wiggle room for upgrades. That being said, it is actually a pretty strong car in this game for a top of B-Class. We have got back to Gliska, and then everything's faster than us down a straight. That's kind of, like, I just accept that. They're faster. They're not, like, insanely faster than me. But they are definitely quicker. Turned in a little bit too soon through there. Grumple's big estate car against a bunch of lightweight sports cars does look a smidge out of place. Oh, no, I tried something. Brands Hatch not the easiest of tracks to overtake on. That is for sure. So we're getting the elbows out a little bit through here. But we are going to be stuck on the outside. Oh, there's a little bit of contact up ahead. We had to live so busy trying not to run into Grumples, then not trying to run into the cars ahead. You got to be very careful at times here. Come on, Mazda, we can make that manoeuvre stick. We can. And now, because we're losing a bunch of time in these battles to the cars ahead. Oh, someone's in the pits. I'm going to guess someone did not put enough fuel in their car for this. Longbow is around turn 1. Longbow's in a very awkward place for us to deal with, and Longbow will chase us across the track. Longbow wanting to defend that inside line, as is, absolutely fair to do so. The Ferrari, you won't see, with its rule set, it's perhaps less likely to see the classic cars. Their engines normally aren't the best in terms of PI usage, however you want to call it. But Longbow with the classic Ferrari there. Now, where am I going to be able to find a way past him? We're going to have a good run down here. We're not going to match it, though, of course, for top end. We're going to be a little bit careful. We could be vulnerable to that NSX. down the end of the straight. I don't think it's going to be close enough. No, I mean we've got decent amount of speed. I mean, turn 2 is your best overtaking spot at Brands Hatch. It always is, really, unless you can be very brave through one of these. Which, I mean, I want to be. I want to be, but it's such a small braking zone in these B-Class cars that it is difficult. Oh, especially if you do that, put a rear wheel on the dirt, and that will tip you sideways. That'll put you in a world of pain. Carry as much momentum as we can. I think Ewan might have ran wide there. Ewan has a problem of some sorts. What's going on with Ewan's car? Ewan has just kind of pulled over out of the way for a minute there. Right, let's try and settle into a rhythm. Gliska's got a good run here. We may well be under threat from the... I think Ewan may have run out of fuel, would be my guess on that one. Oh, no, we're going to be on a terrible line through there. I went down one too many gears and I was in just a really awkward place through that one. It just wasn't very good by me through the first corner there, which has been kind of slightly let myself down on that one. Just a couple of iffy laps really. Big line of cars behind us there. Now, can we make the most of the Mazda's grip at some point? Now, up ahead there is a Lexus and a Porsche. They are having a squabble down this straight. Now, if they start slowing each other down, it won't take long for me to catch and join in, for all of us to catch and join in that battle. If they really do slow each other down, surefire way to bring a big pack of cars together again. Now, it's the I want to be brave and I want to attack the circuit, but I also don't want to put a wheel on the gravel and then lose a bunch of time. Oh, it's Longbow's turn to do exactly what I did last lap. Longbow put the wheel on the dirt at the turning point, and your back end is just desperate to go around. We've had a much better end to this lap. We've got a bit of rhythm going on at the end of this lap. I do find Brands Hatch one of those circuits, if you're in a groove, you're fine. You fall out of that groove, but that was so much on the edge of the circuit. Gliska's going through the middle of 3 wide. In fact, Gliska's outrun the Lexus into turn number 1. And there's a little bit of contact through there. The NSX finds its way up into 5th. Longbow's going to sneak past everybody. Chris has been a little bit unlucky in this battle. We have now arrived to join in the fun. Chris still hasn't found a way past the Porsche, but lost 2 places to Longbow and to Gliska. Oh, we've got a controller disconnect, maybe? I don't quite know. Ghost car in the middle of the circuit. It's a weird one. Normally the controller goes off, the ghost car still drives at least. We got so much grip mid-corner, but we're not going to find a way past there. The Lexus, so the Lexus is a little bit more like me. The Lexus can't pass the Porsche because it's got no straight line speed. In fact, it's even slower than me down a straight. But yeah, it's got loads of grip at the corners. It's a little bit stuck, and we're going to get a little bit stuck as well now in this fight, I fear, unless we can find a way past. Where are we gonna find? This makes a really awkward battle for me. Where am I gonna find a way past these two? Because I'll be like the Lexus, looking for all the speed through the corners, and the Porsche gonna just outdrag both of us into the next couple of corners. We may be able to be sneaky and find a gap with the Lexus, because the Lexus is gonna have to look for alternate ways past that Porsche. Now, it's going to come down to turn 2 maybe. Heiko very, very defensive, as you would expect, down towards turn 1, because no one wants to go around the outside at turn 1. You don't want to do it. Is Chris going to try the outside at turn 1? And if they do, I might be able to cut back. Chris has done exactly what you want to do in this one. Oh, I was going to try and follow the Lexus. Chris brakes surprisingly early for the inside. I was wanting to try and follow the Lexus through on the inside. I just braked a lot earlier than I was expecting. Can we sit this around the outside? Not quite. I mean, we're going to have to try and set up Heiko for basically the same manoeuvre, if we can, out of the exit of turn 1. Now, will that Porsche, will it get back past Chris, though, down this straight? That's going to ruin my plans if it does. Chris has not felt the need to defend, not quite enough straight to get the Porsche back through again. Yeah, you've not got the longest of straights around this circuit to really utilise it. Now, Heiko will probably be wary of a similar pass coming. They know it's going to be a potential manoeuvre here. At Brands, it's the common overtaking spot. God, I'm losing so much time. And I mean, it is just the difficulty. It's just the difficulty when you build a car like this. If you get stuck in traffic against the wrong cars, yeah, we lose so much time. I'm not going to be too far back to do anything. We're going to have an absolutely monstrous turn one. I would expect, if we're going to make anything work here, we're going to have an absolutely monstrous turn one. I mean, we do get through there quickly, but it's not close. We're too slow out of the final corner, is what was the problem for us. Can I punch it out of turn two here? Maybe, but we're on the wrong side for turn three. That's okay. We're going to duck underneath for the exit. Send Heiko the long way around here. It is side by side with a classic Porsche in towards the next corner because it keeps us very tight. Now the issue I've got is we're very tight on the way through there. And that Porsche we know is very quick down a straight. Is it going to be close enough? This straight might not be quite long. I don't think it's quite long enough. It's not quite long enough for the Porsche. We sort of park it in the middle of the road. Just play it a little bit safe through there. And we move ourselves up into 8th. I feel like this is very much a race of what could have and should have been. An unfortunate little bit of Forza sticky stuff at the very, very start of the race. Oh, that's a little wide from me through there, which is not what we needed to do at all. Come on, Mazda. Carry your corner speed. You need it. We know that Porsche is going to be very quick on the run to the finish line. Yeah, it was an unfortunate tangle at the start. Caused us some grief. We are quick enough through the final corner that Heiko will not be able to beat us to the line. Oh, it was a fun race, a fun battle. I feel like there was a little bit more pace in that car than I was really getting out of it. Don't think I could have got into a 37.2. I think the highish 37s, I'm sure I could manage to do with that car. Not my best piece of driving, but an entertaining race was had, nevertheless, even if it didn't quite go to plan. We head to Catalonia for our next race, and I'm quite a long way back. This is a circuit that I like. My car probably should like it. I mean, it's going to suck down the, start-finish straight. It's quite a long straight, of course. But the rest of the lap, it should, in theory, be relatively strong around. Oh, I'm guessing one person forgot we were on the short lap. Amazingly, by the looks of it, they only took themselves out, which is quite good going. We are going to be a little bit boxed in. Not really had much room to go. Up that one. Now there was a Fox body getting a big motorbike moment. I mean, I could carry a lot of speed through here, but I can't with a Gibble in the way. There is an Escort having a moment. There's a lot of moments going on there towards the hairpin. Christ, a little bit of a hang on for dear life sort of a thing. I found myself battling with an Espada as we all try and find a little bit of sort of clean air almost. We will slither and slide our way through the next corner. Now we're into the very fiddly chicane section. I mean, on my own we can be very fast through here. Unfortunately, we are not even close to on our own. And now this is the problem bit I've got here is I need to be able to attack the corners to make my lap time up. As it is, we haven't really been able to attack the corners, and now the much faster cars are going to run away down a straight. However, we are not as far back as we could be. There's a Lamborghini gone for an adventure at turn 1. That will make my life a little bit easier. Oh, hello. Don't mind me. we are going to... Oh, I was going to look around the outside. I was going to look around the outside. Oh, there's been some gravel trap incidences going on there. Can we get around the outside here? You've got to be careful when you're on that wide line. There's a car in the dust, can't see it. God, that is a really bad place to have an accident. I could just see the dust, and I was on that outside line, and I could see the dust. I just couldn't see where and if there was even a car in it at the time, and I saw it at the last second, and thankfully we didn't collect it. This has been a manic race start here. We are still trying to look for a way past the Mustang. We are to the outside. We might get this manoeuvre finally done here, because I think we can carry a little bit more mid-corner speed, and we do. Right, into the fiddly chicane we go. Speed Beast battling away with Longbow there. We have got ourselves to the inside. Again, it's a funky line is the problem for us in that. A very, very funky line through there. That is not quite ideal. Do I have more speed than the GT86? I think we at least match it. Okay, that's good. That's what we like to see. Okay, down towards turn 1 we head. I have gone a little bit wide on my own. I don't mind that wider line in terms of... I like to try and go for the late apex. The problem you get is if a car comes alongside you like that, then you can't quite take the line that I want to. Now, I'm hoping for once, for now, we are going to be on our own, and we can actually attack up here how I want to, which is with as much speed as I dare, and indeed we are quick through that section. NSX is the next car we have to try and find a way past. Now, that might be one of the few things I'm quicker than in a straight line, so we might be able to do something about that down the start-finish straight, if at all possible. But I've got to be careful, because I've got the Toyota behind us that is going to want to look for a way past, so I don't want to get sort of held up through here if I can help it, particularly. Now, we will jump. No, didn't get that change direction correctly, as an MR2 has had a visit to some scenery. We are out of the final corner quite nicely. Right, we've got good momentum down here. Where is the NSX going to go? It's going to go all the way to the inside. I don't want to take that really tight line. Down there particularly, what I want to do is try and duck underneath it. Couldn't do it. Couldn't quite. Couldn't quite go for the cutback on the exit. It was almost on. There was almost a gap for it, but not quite. They did absolutely everything right there to defend that one. Now I have got a little bit of... I say a little bit of a problem in front of me, because I want to be quicker through here than the NSX will want to be, and they're going to go defending. Right, I've not got a tail anymore. Speed Beast, I'm going to guess, might have ran wide and put a wheel on the dirt. Can we look for a good drive off that corner? I mean, we can look for it, but it's not quite there. Now, still, I want to look underneath, but there's never really a Mazda-sized gap to exploit down there at the moment. Now, swing it through the chicane nicely, which we do. The NSX was slow off the corner. We have given it a little bit of a hurry-up bump, but we were too close, essentially, through that section. It was way too close to really be able to make the most of it. Now, we have got the run. Are they going to go defensive? I was trying to see if I could sell them the dummy down there. Couldn't do it. Again, looking around the outside. Nothing's giving, although that might be an opportunity. Can we now get the run up the inside through the next corner? They are going to be out a little bit wider on the curbs, and I think we might have the speed to do it. Yeah, that will do the job very nicely indeed. I think they got a little bit of oversteer mid-corner. There was just the opportunity I needed to... don't immediately throw it away. Don't celebrate too quickly. We finally got a little bit of clean air and almost immediately chucked the Mazda off the circuit. But, yeah, well, I saw the opportunity to go for the sort of sneaky... It wasn't almost about making the pass stick at turn 2. It was make the Honda slow at turn 2, so I could go get a better exit and get the run up the hill. Now, we should be able to be as aggressive as we like through the chicane there, which the Mazda rides the curbs quite well here. I can't fault it for that. It is actually pretty good over those curves. Right, what can I do about chasing down Longbow's car? Can we catch it in the laps we have remaining? Not completely sure, but I am going to give it as good a try as I can. There's a bit of a scrap going on in front. What is that? Is that the third place? There's a few cars together. Not quite sure. Chris has got up to the lead of the race. See, there's all sorts of battling going on up at the very front. I mean, we started a long way back. We had a difficult first lap. It was always going to be tough for us to make crazy progress forward. The fact that we've got up into 7th, considering everything, we just sort of kept our nose clean for a while and have been careful, pick and choose our moments. I definitely think we've got some legit pace around this track here. I think we've got some real pace at this circuit with the RX-7. I don't like how the bloody arrows are so eager. And Pega's 1.5 seconds behind. Oh, that was too much across there. Actually not really helped me because I got the second part terrible anyway. Longbow with a big slide in the Maserati. My turn to follow suit. Alright, and Pega's got that skyline that is not far away. Hopefully we can get in this fight. Hopefully we can put a car between us and Impega, to be honest, quickly. But we will wait and see. The MR2 is just struggling a little bit for pace as well. Longbow's caught the MR2. I've caught the pair of them. And Impega, I think, is going to catch me. So it's about to get busy here. We are going to be as aggressive as I dare through some of these corners. Longbow might be in a spot of bother here. We are to the inside of the Maserati. Longbow can try and chase us across the circuit if they want. It won't matter. Although Longbow's going to cut back on the exit. And I did not think there was a Maserati's gap there, but apparently there was. We then got a little bit eager into the next corner. Yeah, there was just a Maserati's gap on the inside, and Longbow managed to find it. This might actually all help Javi out in 5th. If we all start now fighting amongst ourselves back here, that will help the MR2 escape a little bit in all of this. And it doesn't really help me, as I keep having to lift for a slidey Maserati that's got in trouble again. And then I'm going to be the one that gets screwed because I've not got the straight line speed at the moment. Pega's not that much faster than me down a straight, which is good news for me here. We'll send the Skyline the long way round. We're going to get a little bit boxed in. I mean, we've got good mid-corner speed here. Am I going to have the grip to make this one work? We do just about keep ahead of Impega's Nissan. Dicey is the word for what we are dealing with here. I mean, we've got a very fast car behind us and cars that are really struggling for pace in front of us. Well, we're going to get pushed along. Longbow's going to try and defend down here. Can I send it around the outside? I run the risk of getting passed by Impega. Impega's going to do both of us in that one. That's a great move by Impega if they can pull it off down here. My goal is going to be try and get a good exit and follow Longbow to the inside, but I can't quite do it. Now, Longbow's just not got the grip. We've just been blocked in by a Gibble for the entire way here. Very, very frustrating. That one, that's a really annoying end to the race for me. Impega got all of us, although might just lose out to the MR2 on the drag race to the line. Yeah, that was a track my car was good at, and we just couldn't get clear. In fact, we were one of the fastest cars around there. Impega was a little bit quicker. We were up there, though. We were up there with the very fastest, I think, around that circuit. And to be honest, we only really got one clean lap before we just got stuck in traffic. Unfortunately, we caught traffic at awkward times, and if we could have stayed ahead of the Maserati at the hairpin, I think that would have ended up different. Unfortunately, I just couldn't quite do it. Didn't quite park it where I needed to. A good race indeed. Slightly frustrating one for me at the end of the day, but there you have it. It's how it goes sometimes. Again, it's just been one of those sessions. It's been one of those sessions for me. So there you have it. A very quick car, this RX-7. I actually quite liked it, but it just couldn't deal with traffic. Admittedly, we were a little bit unlucky in terms of tangling with Gliska in race 1, terrible grid spot in race 2. Lap time-wise, I think it could be a very fast car. It was a very nice car to drive at the end of the day. I like the way it drives. I like the way it drove around these circuits. But, yeah, it just got stuck in traffic a little bit too much, unfortunately. That is the way it goes. That is the way it goes with some of my builds, and Apollo agrees, apparently. I did try. I built a Z3 for this. I had a go with. It was better in a straight line, but I just wouldn't get anywhere close to the lap times out of it. And I feel like I would have struggled even more with something like that. So, yeah, this was an attempt, but it needed a lot more clean air to really make it work. That, though, is going to be it for this video. If you would like to take part in the next one of these, you can. You can sign up via our Discord. There'll be a link in the description. Find the Versa Community sign-up section, and you can register to take part in there. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.